Hi everyone, I'm Gina from Gina K Designs. Today on Stamp TV, I'm going to show you a clean and easy birthday card project that's perfect for both girls and guys. Let me show you the tools and products you're going to need to make this card project. First, you're going to need some ink, and I'm using some of the Gina K Designs grass green ink. Then, I'm also using some of the Memento Tuxedo Black ink. For markers, I'm using one of the Spectrum Noir markers, and these are the alcohol markers, and the number is BT2. Then I'm going to use this die, and this is the Cheery Lynn Designs double scalloped border die. I'm going to use some 1/4 inch pop dots, some scissors, and adhesive. For cardstock, I'm using the Gina K Designs Ocean Mist, some of our black onyx and white, and then for pattern paper, I'm using 2 of the patterns from the new Delicate Essentials 6x6 pattern paper pack. For stamps, I'm using stamps from both the Birthday Blessings and the Happy Birthday to You stamp set from the Birthday Essentials Stamp TV kit. Actually, these are all just from the Happy Birthday to You stamp set, but they're both sets are included in the kit. And I'm using the 3 balloons, the I Missed Your Birthday stamp, and then the little Oops stamp that looks like a little rubber stamp thing. So you're going to like this card. If you're like me, occasionally you miss a birthday. More often than not, I'm late. So I think this is a great card for anybody who wants to have a few of these in their collection ready to go. I'm going to start off with some of the Memento Tuxedo Black ink, and I'm going to ink up these 3 balloons. And I like to ink these bigger stamps up on their back. It makes it easier. And I'm going to stamp that right in the middle, like that. Then I'm going to grab this piece of patterned paper, and I'm going to ink this stamp up again. We're going to do a little bit of paper piecing here, and I'm just going to stamp the balloons, but I want to line them up so that I can cut them out where the green swirl is going across the center of the balloon. So here's a good spot. You can see what I mean. On this particular balloon and on this particular balloon, the swirl is going across. Now, I'm also going to stamp it one more time in this direction. And I want to stamp it so the middle one has that swirl going down. I want these to be in different directions. And of course, you can cut them all out and make more than one card. Okay, so now let me put these aside for just a minute and wipe off my workstation here. Now my next step is going to be to stamp the I Missed Your Birthday right across the bottom of this piece of cardstock. And again, I'm going to do that with the Memento Tuxedo Black. And the reason I'm using Memento is because I am going to color just a tiny little bit of the balloon using alcohol markers. And I know most of you love the Memento ink for alcohol marker coloring. So I'm going to stamp that down here, like that. And then I'm going to use the grass green, and I'm going to stamp the Oops, I Missed Your Birthday. But before I do that, I'm going to line up this piece of pattern paper, and then I want to leave a little bit of room for a border. So my border will come right to about there. So now I know about how far up I can go with the Oops. And I'm going to ink that up. And actually, let me show you what I've done here. I've actually pre-cut this border, so I can lay this down, and then I can stamp the Oops, but I want to stamp it a little bit on an angle, like that. So it says, Oops, I Missed Your Birthday. And when you make this card, you can move that I Missed Your Birthday over just a little bit so it's in the center. Okay. So the next step is going to be to tape this piece of pattern paper onto my white piece, and I'm going to use some mono adhesive for that. And all of the measurements for these pieces of paper will be under the video screen at stamptv.com. Just look up this video. Okay. And then my next step is going to be to lay down this border. So I'm going to run a little bit of adhesive across the back, and then I'm going to center it so that the same amount of the very last little scallop loop is on both sides. Let's see. Sometimes I need to be a little more overhead when I do this. Here we go. That's good. That looks pretty straight. Okay. Get rid of any of the little excess. A little tip for you, if you have any glue that you don't want anywhere, you can use a clean eraser from a new pencil and just rub it right off. Okay, now I'm going to trim off the excess using my Cutter Bee scissors. There we go. And the reason why I turn it over because it's easier for me to see where the black parts are. I tried doing it the other way and I cut into my piece of white a little bit. Okay, so there we have this cute little background with a border ready to be mounted onto some cardstock. I have this piece of black cardstock cut just a little bit bigger than my panel, and I'm going to adhere those two together using some mono adhesive. And then this whole panel is going to go onto my Ocean Mist card base. I love these fun little birthday cards with whimsical images. Okay, there we go. Now, I'm going to adhere these two panels together using mono adhesive. And then I'm going to trim out those balloons. So the balloons I want to trim are this one for this balloon, this one for this balloon, and then this one for this balloon. Now I have all three balloons cut out, and I'm going to adhere them right onto the stamped balloons using some of the mono adhesive. You kind of want to line them up so that the black ink isn't larger on any one side. Sometimes if you have it a little bit off center, it'll get like a double line. So just take your time when placing these. And you can also use a little bit of quickie glue if you prefer using that to the mono adhesive. Let's move that one over a little. There we go. And this last one. And as you cut these out, make sure you just lay them in order so they don't get mixed up, because each one is a little bit different. They're not all the same, and it's nice to know which way is up. Okay, so now I have those balloons paper pieced, and I'm going to take my BT2 marker and color in the little bottom of each balloon, and that matches that pattern paper really nicely. Then, using some of the 1/4-inch pop dots, I'm going to adhere these balloons onto my card base. This is a quick and easy project to do. And boy, will it come in handy when you realize that you missed somebody's birthday and you need to get a card out for them quickly. So there is my finished card project. I hope you've enjoyed today's Stamp TV video. Stop back for more, and thanks so much for watching.